Yeah. What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to another episode of the Poet Up podcast. It's your boy Maul Chi in the place to be in the year special going on. Jordan Bailey in the background. What up, Ward?
What's up? What's up? What's up? So first of all, I normally tell a story, Steven Willis. So I'm going to start with this story that they know, and then I'm going to add a different story to it. I was going to the gym heavy this summer, and one of the guys, it was like his first day, but he was like a big mountain burly guy, like big muscles, like super fit, and it was like a boxing fitness class. So he was kind of struggling through it. At the end of the class, he comes up to me and he's like, "Man, I'm gonna tell you what, man, you are in shape, like deceptively shape, deceptively good shape." I was like, "Bro, what?" All right, and then we had this show with a symphony of like a month and a half ago, right? And I had been talking back and forth with the composer and the what's the guy that the conductor, right? So I had this meeting with the conductor. I come up and shake hands with the conductor. It's our first time meeting in real life, and he's like, "Yeah, man, you know what's funny? I thought you were so much taller in person." And then
fucked up.
And then he's like, "No, because you have like a big presence, so I just assumed you were taller." And I'm like, "Nigga, we have to find a better way to give our compliments to folks. Like, just take a moment to think about it. I'm going to take a moment to think about it because I'm about to heap a lot of compliments and praise on our guests. But before we do that, what's up, Blues?
Wait, Blues, before you go real quick.
Yeah.
So I work with a nonprofit and we give gratitudes, right? What that dude gave you is what I coined a shaditude. A shady gratitude.
Shaditude. You tall, short, fat nigga. Oh shit, it's your boy Blues. You already know what's happening, man. Pull It Up podcast. End of the year situation, man. We done made it, man. 2025 about to roll into 2026. And as y'all know, we always start the show off with a little something on the table. I am drinking a Shiner Bock Holiday Cheer beer because y'all know I usually do the beer. I don't do the whiskey so much. One of us, Jamal, has used our passport a lot.
Yep.
And went worldwide, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're internationally known, and they're known to put on a kimono and get a fucking shinobi sword. If y'all don't know, Jay Ward and his lady are world travelers. So this nigga went to Japan on a whim. Like, these niggas will go anywhere, like, on a Wednesday just for no reason. They'll be like, remember he went to Norway and they brought back sweaters? Like, these niggas brought back sweaters. So he goes to Japan, does his thing, man, and the pictures look great, but he brought back something for the table. Ward, what did you bring back?
All right, this is a whiskey. This is a Japanese whiskey, Taguchi. So you know what you do whenever you find the brand that's the cheapest, and you find the brand that's the most expensive, and you get the one in the middle.
Say that.
I was in the market. I was talking to the salesperson there, and settled on this Taguchi Finishing Torbay, and it is a peated cask finish.
Did the salesperson look like? Did they say like, "Hey, you look like a sort of middle of the road whiskey nigga"? Like, it was a shade of two. It was a shade of two. Like, you can't afford this top shelf shit.
What was that, Steven?
You had a deceptively good tasting whiskey.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, I didn't know you knew about this middle brand shit. But now, for real, the shit, and for the folks who watch the show, no, I don't really fuck with the whiskey too hard, but this shit is smooth as fuck. It's really good. So speaking of smooth as fuck, our guest, man, coming all the way. He's in you in Maryland now, right? But
yeah, I'm in the DMV.
He's a Chicago boy. He is I call him a young goat. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll tell you he's goat. And there's so many like subdivisions of goat. But I say he's one of the young goats, one of the generation's finest coming up. Man, he's won a slam or 2 or 3 or 4, done a thing on the microphone, off the microphone, not just poetry, but acting, like all kinds of really dope shit. And I could go on and on about what this young man has done, but you know, we got him right now. We're going to get into some shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, the only, the great Steven Willis.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Steve, bro, like, I don't even know where to jump in. There's so many places to jump in. I feel like the fellas want to go straight for the jugular, but let's get some background.
Let's start like we usually start.
Let's get some background. Steve, do you remember your first poem and why you wrote it? Like, what was the poem about?
Ooh, yes. Truth be told, my first poem wasn't supposed to be a poem. Like every young black boy, wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to rap.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some supportive teachers growing up, man. Like I really did. Like I had some teachers who really pushed me to like be an orator. Like I would host all of the events at my school. Like if we had like somebody to come and visit, like I would be a part of the greeting team. Hello, I'm Steven Willis. Welcome to Bar. Like all of that.
So you was the nigga. So I'd be the nigga in the back of the class, like they finna send Steven's black ass up to the
Yeah. I was the right. And so they were letting me out of class. I have no clue why they were letting me do this, but Miss Mills was letting me out of class to like make music. Like she would let me and my friend Marshall Dixon go downstairs in the music room with Miss Burt and like make a song. So like we made a few songs and I made one and I was like, yo, this is dope. So Miss Burt has seen me working on this all year. And she's like, hey man, look, I got something. The Nation of Islam having like an event, like you know, like if you want to go to it, they supporting the young folks. Like what it probably wasn't the Nation of Islam. It just was Muslim adjacent. It's Chicago. Everybody, right. It's up the street, like So we there, bro. And me being me, I left my music at home. That was back when we had burnt CDs, right?
Oh,
so I left my burnt CD and music. And it's like some Jamaican dude, he the DJ. And I'm thinking like maybe he could like download my, my joint real quick. And he's like, no, man. He basically was just like, so you gonna do a poem? And I was like, nah, it's a rap. He was like, do you have the music? I was like, nah. He was like, so you doing a poem? Like that's just what it is. Like it's a poem now. So I was like, word. And went up there and did the piece, did the thing, man. And it was from that moment that in the back of my mind, like, oh yeah, I could be a poet. Yeah. But that wouldn't even show up again until the following year when I was in high school, and my history teacher approached me to join the poetry team. Mm-hmm. And she was like, do you have any poems? And I'm like, I got these raps. Like again,
like, I got a gang of raps.
And like I did the 16 and I didn't make the team. That was actually an iconic team, an iconic year in poetry. For like Chicago. That was the year that Nate Marshall and them was coming up, and Demetrius Amperin and Sidney Edwards. I went to school. Sidney Edwards was a rest in peace, was a longtime runner of Brave New Voices. She was a senior at Morgan Park High School when I was a freshman. So like I was watching her, make her rise into poetry, and I'm going like, okay, I want to do what those guys do, right? Mm-hmm. And that kind of put a fire under me, and then I probably have done poetry every day after that moment. So it was not intentional. It was a bunch of people putting me in positions in different ways, and now here I am. Been doing it for more than half my life.
That's dope as hell. Usually when we ask that question, someone be like, I'm rooting for a girl.
Right, yep. For a chick. I mean, I got that story in that too. I got popular at school because I did a poem that to this day, like, what high school you went to in Chicago is a big deal. Right. Like, right. If you meet somebody from Chicago, you're like, I'm from Chicago. The first question we asking you is what high school you went to. It is a big deal. So I went to Morgan Park High School, and I got famous at Morgan Park because I did a poem called My Geometry Teacher's Daughter. Like, to this day, people will see me and be like, yo, what's good? And it was because a girl that I had a crush on in high school that I was with, she got her first C ever in geometry. And she was sad. Like, oh, I'm not going to get in the spell, man. Like, she was sad, right? And I'm like, nah, baby, like, I got something for you. Oh, shit. I'm going to say you love geometry. And so I wrote this love poem with geometry. Like, You know, if you want it, go and get it, baby. I will law of co-sign. Like I had all of that, bro.
You was out of control, nigga.
I was really going crazy. Like I was going crazy. So to this day, people from high school to see me and be like, "Do the geometry poem." You know what I mean? Like, mind
That's
you, I
crazy.
got thousands of poems. I done went viral, and people still want to hit a geometry poem. Man.
Yeah, they don't
So,
give a fuck about. They don't give a damn about nothing else, nigga. Run
Nothing,
that geometry poem.
do run it for real.
Oh, so you was getting ready to rap, didn't have the beats with you. Did you have a rap name?
Yeah, I have I had a rap name. My rap name at the time was just Steve-O, right?
Steve-O?
Which was not good because the Jackass dude
I
was
was gonna
also
say from like the Jackass guy.
like the Jackass dude was also Steve-O. So like I tried to add some flair to it, like Steve-O Reno. You know what I mean? Like something. I tried to be going through with it. But again, I also two things. In Chicago, if you meet somebody who has known me since I started in poetry,
Mm-hmm.
they do not call me Steven Willis. They call me J.S. Bach.
Ooh.
And that was my stage name when I first started doing poetry on the adult scene in Chicago when I was 18, 19 years old. I was J.S. Bach. And people said, why? And I said, you know, like Johann Sebastian Bach, because I'm making classics. You know what I mean? That was my tagline, right? I'm making classics, right? So they know me as J.S. Bach. So if I'm ever at the crib and somebody like, hey yo, Bach, like they talking about me. And then when I first moved to New York, I actually went by Heath Legend in the beginning of my career. I went by Heath Legend. Until eventually, stop laughing, Blue.
No, that's great. It's great. It's great.
And that's what. And then eventually, I just was like, nah, man. Like, I can't be rocking with this. Like,
Right.
and I just decided to go, like, you know, Drake said, you know, all game, no scrimmage, real name, no gimmicks. I ain't playing with you niggas at all. And I was listening to that one day, and I was like, I can't go by no fucking stage name. And then eventually, I just started going by Steven Willis. But
I love
for a
that.
lot of
Yeah, that's
people, I'm
dope.
Pac, though. I still
Listen.
answer to as Pac. That's
Yeah.
home, right?
All those monikers, wait till I see you in person.
Right.
Steve-O.
Steve-O Reno.
And then J.S. Bach, my nigga.
J.S.
He's
Bach.
motherfucking
Legend.
Yo, if I ever intro you, nigga, I'm using all
of
those
them.
monikers.
All of
AKA Heath Legend,
Yo.
AKA Steve Reno, AKA J.S. Bach, AKA Run That Geometry Poem, nigga. It's
Yo, we need you to come to Charlotte or like an adjacent area just so that intro can happen.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I love it, man. I love it. So your journey through poetry enters through this hip hop sort of access point, and you know you get denied because the beat's not there, but the words are always still there.
Yeah.
You've had a very transformative career, man, and you've moved to a lot of cities and seen a lot of things. What is your best? How do I phrase this? You've done poetry in a lot of cities. What city has been the best for you and to you in terms of poetry?
Oh, you finna get me in trouble.
Yeah, let's do it.
No. Blues, no. Next question. Man, I mean, the poetry city that has been the most important to me is New York.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Like I cut my teeth at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, and that of course was absolutely life changing. Not a lot of people know this, but I lost every slam I did when I first started slamming in New York for 14 consecutive months. 14 consecutive months. And I was also at the time, I made a bet to myself that I would do 100 performances in a year. So that means I was at least going outside to slam at least once a week, right? So I could meet this quota. And I lost every slam I did for 14 consecutive months. Yeah. So that was me going outside, waiting in line at the New Eurekan. You know, the New Eurekan on a Wednesday, the doors open at 9:00. But if you want to make sure you on that list, you got to be out there at 7. So I would take the bus and get on the train and stuff from school, and I'd be out there at 7 o'clock. I eat at the little Subway that's not even there anymore, up the street, eat there, and I was standing in line in the middle of cold New York, blowing hands to perform for a chance to do it, and did that consecutively, weekly, for over a year, and took a L, took a L, took a L, and it was that time where I just was like, oh, you gotta do it like this. Oh, they like it like this. Oh, and even then, in the beginning years, I was all rhyming. It was all hip hop infused. It was all, until eventually I was like, dang, that don't really rock the way I thought it would. Right. And so I kind of switched my style and cadence full time. Like I still had some non-rhyming poems. Right. You couldn't go through Louder Than a Bomb without it. But I had some stuff, and yeah, that New York experience, man, and then being on those teams, man. I was on some of the greatest teams of all time. I had some of the greatest teammates of all time.
That's
while in
fast.
New York. You know, I had Jennifer Falou. I had Tony McPherson. I had you know, Crystal Valentine. I just had some goats, right, that I had to cut my teeth with and on just to even make team, let alone be on team with. I had Paul Tran. Like I that experience absolutely changed my life, and I think it's made me the person I am today, and definitely the poet I am today.
That's dope. That's dope.
You know how many people? You know how many people would quit after like that third or fourth L? You know,
A lot.
like that is cutting your teeth for real. Like that's coming up. But it's also like a lesson for folks. Like sometimes folks come into slam, and if they don't examine their reasons for coming into slam, you get a couple L's and all your confidence is gone. Or you can take it the other way and say, "Oh, I got something to learn. I got something to learn. I got something to prove." Like all those L's that you took, which by the way, in a different city probably wouldn't have been L's.
Right.
But that's what elevates you.
No, you right. Like I tell people all the time, man, like, all right, here go my first thing that's gonna get me in trouble on the podcast today. Like,
Let's go.
Do it.
But I tell folks all the time, like I look at a lot of poets now, a lot of contemporary poets that have come up in the last, 3 to 5 years. I'm like, dog, you wouldn't have made team. Not only would you not be this good, you wouldn't even have made team. Like when I was coming up. Like, dude, I could go to the New York Poets Cafe on a Friday thinking that it's my time to shine. And it could be Jamal St. John's birthday. And he decides, you know what? It's my birthday today. I just want to slam. Now you getting dunked on by a dude doing poems for thick women. Like, what are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to be, you know what I mean, the ultimate poem that's selling all the thick women in the crowd that they can come home with him? I can't do nothing with that.
Can't
Or
do shit with it.
Nuyo, it's the Nuyo. So Blues is in town. And he decide, let me go over there and see what Mo and them doing. You want to get on the mic? Yeah. So now I gotta go against the best poet in North Carolina, the best poet in Texas, who just coming to visit the New York because it's the Super Bowl, right? And you're trying to make team. And team in New York, the New Yorker didn't do top 5 make team. No, you had to win a Wednesday night, then win the Friday night, then win the Friday semifinal. If you win the semifinal, you make it to the Grand Slam championship. If you lose, you only take one person, the Grand Slam champion. Everybody else now has to go back and get into what they call the runoff, that you now have to go against every other person who made a semifinal throughout the year. So
That's wild.
so you could so the New York could be like McPherson. He could have made the semifinal in October. He could sit down all year and not do anything because he know he gonna get a runoff. Meanwhile, he writing poems. He got a whole new set. By the time I see him in May, he's doing 3 new pieces that I've never heard of. So how are you going to strategize for that, right? How are you going to change that? And if you lose at any point during that process, you got to start over.
All the way over. Yeah,
You
New
gotta
York
go
is one of the hardest fucking slams to win,
You
bro.
gotta go. So like that's the stuff where I'm just like, dog. Folks just don't have the tenacity, or folks walking around with just 3 poems. Huh?
That's what I was gonna say. They didn't have the pockets. You gotta have
Just 3?
Like.
No. Like you can't just 3. You got these 3 that you could do. Come on, dog. No, I was making poems to try to be in the same room as guys. Like I remember when McPherson wrote "When the Obamas Leave Us," he premiered that joint at like the tail end of 2015. I said, we ain't gonna get a new president until fucking January of 2017. What the fuck am I gonna do? Like
Right.
I literally was. I remember going home like, damn, I gotta lose to this man for a year and a half. And y'all, that's why you have how the hood loves you back. I'm telling you right now, the reason why How the Hood Loves You Back exists is because I said, how am I going to go after McPherson after he tells the crowd, you need to become your own president?
Yeah.
So that type of thing, that kept me in the lab, bro. I just don't think folks still have that same energy, man. It's not, the stakes aren't there. The stakes aren't there.
Did you see that happening before the pandemic? Or do you think the pandemic caused this like abrupt halt and all of that? Or did you see like a lot of the folks that were considered up here kind of dropped out after the pandemic? Like, what are you seeing as the root cause for not seeing the competitive balance that you're used to?
I think
It's okay. Say it.
I think a few things. I think the pandemic made it easier for folks to get visibility that perhaps wouldn't have gotten it otherwise. Because folks were able to be online and be on the online spaces or get something with a little bit of attention really quickly, it put people in conversations that typically winning slams would have had to do or making teams would have had to do. So that got erased with visibility. I think too, I actually said this to I had this conversation with Ciara Freeman some months ago, and I was like, yo, I think the game is different now that NPS doesn't exist. And she like, what you mean? And I was like, because there's no white people. And I don't know, man. It was something about being around the whites. We was writing a little different. We were.
Yeah.
We were. There was a little there were the influences were a little bit different, right? It was about being around the entire country. And when I say white people, I really do just mean we were seeing different factions and facets of poetry. It's very regional now. You got the joint that's over there happening in New Mexico, and you got the joint that's over there that's happening, with Charm City, and you got the joint and it's like hip hop, in the 90s. Right, where everybody got their real own regional sounds and they doing their own thing, and I don't think everybody's getting that cross-reference influence that once happened too. And I think that's hurting the game. My work was better because I had to slam against Jesse Parent in a semifinal. My work was better because I had to know, and New York had that naturally. You had Louder Arts, and you had, the Urbana, and you had the New Eurekan. So I grew up in a space that had different sounds. And I just feel like that's harming folks. Like, it went online, but things got smaller. And that I don't think we benefit from that.
I've always said that. Like, the reason one Slam Charlotte was successful is because we didn't just do black poetry. We had a very humanistic approach because we knew our audience wasn't always going to be black. And that's the thing that you got from MPS too, was you got a cross cut of voices of people who came into the scene who had very similar experiences as you, but the skin color was different, or the way they came, or the way they presented the work was different, and your judges was always gonna look hella different.
Yep.
It's easy to do black poems for black judges. Like, oh man, I just got to tell y'all some nigga shit, and y'all eat it up. Y'all eat it up. But if I got 5 white dudes from Iowa, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I gonna say to y'all? I mean, I can give you my black story, but y'all, chances are y'all not gonna be guilted into feeling enough to give me a fucking 10. You'd be like, bro, I'm out here struggling too. Poverty is real for me out here. Say something different. You know what I'm saying?
Statesville.
I think too, like salute to the white poets that did this without being cringy. Like, when you're in an environment where the black poems are selling, it forces the white poet to really be creative.
Right.
In what they're coming with. And here's a question for you that may or may not get you in trouble, but I'm just interested. Top 5 that you can think of right now. Top 5 white poets that come to your mind right now.
5 white poets that come to my mind as quickly as I
Top,
can.
top. This is not
Do
an
I ain't gotta?
exhaustive list.
Ain't gotta be in order,
Nope.
and it ain't gotta be contemporary.
Nope.
Jesse
Well,
Parent, Taylor Molly,
Mm.
Buddy Wakefield,
Mm.
Andrea Gibson,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go with someone that means something to me and somebody that means something to New York, Gene Amber Lee.
word. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gina Valley's
that'd
a
be
beast.
5 right off the bat.
That's a dope list.
That's a dope list.
Again, that's another thing. I was a real life student to the game, and I don't mean which ones come up on button the most. Like I mean like Kanye got a lyric that says, "Lock yourself in a room doing 5 beats a day for 3 summers," and I was like,
World like
"Nigga, I do that." And so when I first made my New Eureka team 10 years ago in 2015, a nigga ain't had no job. And so what I did was I watched 6 poems a day and I wrote down in a notebook what was the reasons that I thought that those poems were successful. And like I had like different categories that I could choose. Like I felt like spoken word happens in 5 spokes, right? It's either like a race poem, a gender poem, a mental health poem, a sexual assault poem, or like an American based poem, right? And then you have like subsets in that. You have love, and then you had like politics, and you had like religion, and you had family, right? And then you had people's performance styles, where they rah rah rah, where they, talking quietly, where they humorous, so on and so forth. And what I would do is I would have to pick one from each category and see which worked, and be like, okay. And so what I started doing for myself was I would write a poem based my own style of poem based off the one that I felt was successful that particular day. Right. So boom, out of the 6 I watched today, um, Jesse Parent, to the boys who may one day date my daughter. Okay, that's the hottest one today. Or okay, William Evans, my wife is shaped like it's the hottest today, right? Or Bang Bang from Team Snow, it's the hottest today. The joint where was it your team blues that did the joint with the lean with it, rock with it. When they was doing it with the joint, it was an old joint, old group joint from a southern team. I can't think of who it was, but
Nah, that wasn't us.
it was an old group joint from a southern team that was talking about how current rap music feels and looks like old things that would happen on the plantation and just weird like stuff like that. Like I'm deep in the trenches. I'm asking people, and then that's the stuff that would make me go to my poems and make a tweak. Right? I knew that if I changed the word at the end, I miss my friend, my boy Twig got shot in Chicago. I said, I know if I change the word to brother, I'm gonna go viral because it's something about that family feel for people,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's gonna make them feel it a little bit more. That's just from watching poems enough and seeing and just cross referencing them across the when I say like real life student to the game, stuff that like very few people do now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're so really like obsessed in their own voice or their own echo chamber, and like that just was never me, bruh. Like I loved this joint too much. I thought I was gonna do it forever. Like it was nothing else. So I don't know, man. It's that I don't know if folks have the same. I won't say they don't have the same hunger because folks have the same hunger.
I think what folks can learn from what you're saying though is one, the work ethic of going to New York 52 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm,
Going to New
mm-hmm,
York,
mm-hmm.
losing for 14 months and like coming, keep coming, keep coming. But secondly, to go back and study the game. And I think this reminded me that the only real archival system, and this is something that Kerwin Sutherland talked about, but like a lot of us need to talk more about, is how we archive this historic work that's been taking place over the last few decades.
Absolutely.
And right now, the only real archive that exists is Button and Juan and those kind of things. So right now, people from an archival system can only go back and look at video to know about those times. I think folks are working on and should work on like a better way to archive this, but it does give something for the aspiring poet who is in their own echo chamber right now, right? Post-pandemic, I know what I know of the poems that I experienced. To be able to go back into the archives and then have a goal, because that's the other thing that I'm learning from you too, right? Is you had a goal when it came to Nuyo and slams and moving into a new slam environment. You had a goal.
Right.
And then to make your own poems better for competition, you looked at poems with a goal. You looked at individual poems with a goal and then took that back and applied it to your own work.
No, yeah. 100%. I agree with that. I think that's the reason why people can't leave slam alone. Honestly, because it is something that is goal oriented, and it gives you, like, I have distinctly the last few years since I first got into Iowa, I would take a year on slam and a year off. I was laughing with Nathan Wallace last year at Exit 36. Now, Nathan Wallace just won Exit 36. He came in third last year, and I came in second. And he was like, Steven Willis, you the only poet that I know that could take a year off and then come back and kill people. Right? And I was like, well, I appreciate that, but that's intentional. I take a year off to, one, see where the game is doing, see how different it is. But like, two, is to really remind myself that this isn't the only thing that's out there. And this thing can be it's instant gratification, y'all. I could write the poem, I can memorize the poem, I perform on stage, and they clap immediately. You can't. Where else could you do there? In no other portion of writing does that happen. If I write the book, I gotta wait till somebody pick it up. I gotta wait till they read it. They read slow. They ask me, do they got it on audiobook, right? If I write the play, I gotta get other niggas to read it. And then they don't really like it. I gotta go back and edit it. Like, the process is not the same. Right. And so what people do is they keep running back for the fix. Like, they keep running back for the instant gratification of it. And like, that is why I force myself. I have not slammed since July, right? And I made the promise that I would not slam for the rest of 2025, right? Just to do something else, right? And as you do something else, your brain gets to work differently. You get to see things differently. You have different experiences, and like, then you can come back to the work fresh with like a new approach. But I know that's hard for people to do, especially when it's something as sensitive as poetry, and it feels good. It feels good to you, and then it feels good to get claps. But like, for me, making the purest work possible, right, is super, super important.
I feel like this is the perfect time to go right into this part. So
I like it.
I hear you. The instant gratification. Like, the only other thing that does that would be like comedy, right? Because
I was thinking that same thing.
Response.
But then niggas could not be funny though. They gonna clap with you at the end of the poem no matter what.
Yeah.
They'll
So saying that, we'll go back to the post where you said, I want to have a conversation about poetry, and y'all not gonna like it. So we talk about the instant gratification and what comes with that. And we start talking about the trauma poems and the trauma porn and what that is. And there was so much conversation around it, and I had my own feels about it. But when you initially put that out there, where was your head at with the trauma? Because I've had my issue with trauma poetry for years. I understand it. I get what you're doing. I hate when you cry afterwards while we're playing a game, because slam is a game. Right. And if you're crying because it hurt you, why the fuck are you hurting yourself? Yeah. But if you're crying because you know you'll get more points, well played, motherfucker. But anyway, Steve, what was your what was your position on that?
I appreciate the opportunity to even get context to it, because I think having context to it is what changes it. But I was at a gig. So I celebrated 10 years in the game, right?
Let's
this
go,
year.
10 years.
10 years since I made my first slam team in the New York.
Let's go.
And so I had a gig in Vermont, right? A paid gig at a private school, right? 4 figures. And then the next day, I was at my show for Juan. That was like my anniversary show, where I was the first feature Juan ever had in New York City, which is a big deal.
That's a big deal.
And so I got 2 experiences where I'm doing historically my best poems because I'm celebrating 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing How the Hood Loves You Back. And I'm doing, County Cousins. And I'm doing, all of these pieces. And I'm seeing the room like, it's cool. That one was cool too. Oh, that one made me cry. So now I gotta leave. That one, and I'm like, all right, noted. Then I go to the show at the and Juan in New York, and everybody up there, girl, I never tell you lies when my head between your thighs. Girl,
Yeah.
don't be
Yeah.
shy.
Come on. Talk your
Hot
shit.
like
Let's keep it going.
fries. Bah, 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 right? It's like that. And the crowd like, yeah. Then the girl next go up there. I hate my man. Throw him in the trash can. Bam, 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 bam. I'm like, oh. Then the next person go up there. Cause you a queen, man. And then and then the next person go up there. Leave that trash man alone. Call
Oh
your best friend
shit.
back. And like it's like all this. And they like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I go up there and I'm like, I'm doing the greatest hits. And they like,
That's cool.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. Like, why
Mm.
we not I'm definitely getting acknowledged for being a GOAT, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
there's a disconnect. It's like making a kid now listen to Illmatic. It's like, yeah, we get it, but it don't got that umph we looking for. And I'm like,
Right.
like I I can feel what's happening. I'm an actor. So like I'm responding to I can feel everything.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening is two things. It's drama heavy and they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to have a good time. And then like two, in some cases it's a little bit too dense. And like for me, I'm just like, hey man, listen, y'all. Y'all, if y'all want to move out of these spaces that you're in, right? Like we gotta diversify this portfolio. We gotta let the trauma based stuff has to be left for the slam, right? Because when you go to the corporate gig, or in my case, at the college gig, or at the feature, like that's not what is going to get the crowd to truly resonate with you. You're gonna have people that respect your craft, but if you're trying to gain like legitimate long time fans who are gonna come to you for entertainment,
Mm.
like it has to be something different. And I think I knew they wasn't gonna like it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know they wasn't gonna like it shit that much. Like that shit was a little overwhelming. I ain't gonna hold you. But what I had to recognize, and I said to a bunch of people, is like, here's the issue with the word poet. And I'm gonna say this, and this gonna definitely get me in trouble. You know the issue with the word with the poetry thing is, y'all. There's no kiddie table in poetry. There's
Probably
no
true.
kiddie table.
Yeah.
At the grown folks table, there's certain things you get to talk about. There's certain things that the kids can't be a part of.
Yeah.
So the ones of us that do this for a living or are trying to be in certain spaces so we can bring money home, that was a conversation for us. But I said poet. And since it is no kiddie table, everybody that do it because their grandma died, or everybody that's doing it to find themselves, or everybody that's doing it to healing, they heard Steven Willis, someone who they respect, say, hey, don't do the type of poems that you only know how to do. So as somebody who is in a leadership position, I had to eat that. I had to eat that. I had to respect that. You know what? I need to remember that, like, this is an all-encompassing community.
Mm-hmm.
But the individuals who knew, individuals who hit me in the backhand, the Coco Flows, the Ayanas, the Kylas, the Blueses, the Asias, who was like, we feel like we know what you're saying, right? I also realized those are the type of poets who are also doing this shit for a living, who are in those particular places. And it's just like, ain't no kiddie table, man. Everybody can't, we all eating from the same plate, unfortunately, right? And there's just certain conversations that it's important for me that if I'm going to continue to be a leader in this game in any capacity, that I have to context correctly.
Yeah.
In that case, I didn't, so I ate that. But I
Well,
don't think I don't take back what I said. I do believe that, like, in order for us to really move the craft forward, we will have to lean more into different styles of poetry, ones that don't center trauma.
And
Um,
and I'll say you weren't wrong though. Like you weren't wrong for positing that idea. And
mhm.
also we are all very tend to be blind to wanting to be critical of the current theme or trend, right? As
Mhm,
old
mhm.
as OGs or old heads, we don't want to be like, oh nigga, you out of touch. We not out of touch. We can look at things from a very macro sense and a very micro sense, and we see what's happening. So when you were when you were doing the examples of poetry that we heard, it's all those very relationship type poems, and
Yep.
I feel like that stems from all these relationship podcasts and tours and all this other shit that these poets be like, oh, I can just write a poem about this shit. And then if I go, and it goes back to the Def Jam theory. Like, if I can just get viral off of one poem, then I'll make that my whole entire career. But the thing that you posited was, all right, we get it. But what happens? What happens when you get healed? Do you write the I'm healed poem, or do you keep doing the trauma poem because of the instant gratification? So brother, you weren't wrong for saying what you're saying. I think niggas just got in their feelings because you called them out, and
Right.
now they realize, oh shit, I am a one trick pony. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? The kiddie table is where you should have been sitting at for a little bit before you can start off chewing off this big food. But anyway, I'm just a nigga saying some shit. That's all.
Wait,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go-
No, go ahead.
so I have a lot of these same thoughts, but I never say anything because I don't like people don't know me in slam. People in Charlotte do. The people I respect me, but I don't say anything because one, I know how people get, and two, if I come at someone, I'm not coming out of I want what you have or I want to be where you
Mhm,
are.
mhm.
It's what I see from where I came from. And so like I just don't say anything. Well, I'll say something to like Blues or Jay
Right, right. To the
Ward
guy.
or
Yeah.
yeah. Like I'll say something there just to make sure I'm not like hating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll check in like, hey man, am I hating real quick now? I mean, like, nah, nigga, you good, you good.
Blues has the funniest "Am I hating?" text ever, because he'll text some like a whole long paragraph that is pure hate, and you'll be like, "Am I hating y'all?" All right, if I could check in like real quick here. So first of all, I think it's hilarious that the person that was clowning me right before the podcast started about being nerdy said posit. I think that's hilarious. Number one,
Nigga have vocabulary, my nigga. What's up?
but two, like a lot of like the poetry beef that happens online to me is a response of like you were saying trauma poetry, and I'm talking to people that want to make money. And people are responding as, "Hey, I do trauma poems." That means he's talking. I mean, trauma poems. That means he's talking bad about me.
Right.
And I think if I'm hearing you correctly, this is not an instance where you're talking bad about people who do what they do. This is
Right.
saying, hey, if you're gonna move to something bigger, like beyond slam, if you're gonna move to something bigger, you need to be able to do this. You need to have pockets. You need to be adaptable. You need to be able to talk about these things. Also, on a personal level, if you're slamming with these things and it's hurting you, is it possible to swing this other way
Right.
and talk
See,
about the healing part of it?
I wasn't even trying to go that far in the second one. like I really was just really talking about like, hey, if we want to expand, look, y'all know every time you meet somebody, this is the line they say, "Hey man, I'm just trying to push the craft forward." You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all right, you want to push the craft forward, okay, but you've been wallowing in pain for the
That's a
past
whole
4
conversation. That's a whole
You
different
know what I mean?
conversation.
Like, what does pushing the craft forward mean? Now, what they mean is, I want us to get richer and make more money and be
That's
in
what
more.
they mean, right?
And so, the moment that somebody starts telling people, like, this is the thing, Nate Marshall said this to me many, many years ago. He said, I was like, yo, like, all the spoken word poets want to be bigger. And he was like, do they? And I was like, yes. And he was like, but is that even good? And it like mind fucked me. I'm like, Nate Marshall, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? But like what he was trying to say was just like there is a certain persona that like spoken word poets want to have. Like we want to be the woke ones. We want to be the conscious ones. We want to be, and so therefore we can't be openly capitalist unless we saying where the fuck is my money, and then unless we saying you got to pay the poets. But other than that, we can't be talking about like you gotta write this type of poem for the corporate gig. That's too much Jeff Bezos. That's too much. You know what I mean? So like in order to keep the persona going, I gotta be the bad guy for saying you gotta write some other poems to be successful.
Nigga,
Because
this
in the
is why I
conversation,
said you were not wrong.
because
Because go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
keep going, keep please.
No, because I'm over here in my seat, my nigga. Because I am that nigga. Be like, yo, you better write that motherfucking poem for goddamn Duke's mayonnaise, my nigga. Get that fucking money. You like your rent paid, ho?
Yeah.
You like your car paid, man? You can run around here with that conscious shit all you want, man. Go work at an orphanage. Go do some soup kitchen shit, man. Go do all that shit. But at the same time, nigga, if Ford call you and be like, you need to write a poem for the Ford Explorer, write that motherfucking poem, bro.
You can do both. That's the thing, right? Like you can still write the poems that change the world. You can write the poem that changed the room. That don't mean you a sellout if you write a poem for Lowe's Home Improvement.
Because here's the thing too. When you don't do it, not nary one of these poetry niggas will come and pay your rent. Not one of these niggas will come and check on you when you starving, when shit is broke down, when shit is in the fucked up position. But the minute you come up, the minute you write that good shit, niggas is all be like, I can't believe Blues did that shit. I can't believe Steven Willis didn't sell the fuck out. Them niggas saw his talent that God blessed him with, and he used that shit to elevate and push the craft fucking forward.
And
Man,
here's the
poets,
thing.
if y'all don't shut the fuck up with that shit, all right, I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. If you do it big enough, and they gonna call you to go. Look. I'm a name drop. Like,
Do it.
Just be like, yo, Rudy the GOAT. I'd be like, Rudy just did a poem about liking a girl at Starbucks. I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, but you telling me I can't write some stuff that's gonna get me paid? Like, come on, dog. All the poems ain't trauma coming from over there. It's not. It's a very versatile thing that's happening here, right? And
Here's
people
the
are gonna call you the GOAT based on how much money you make, which is so funny, while also trying to actively suppress and pocket watch when people are trying to talk about doing things that's gonna make you money. It's the weirdest thing, but it's all the gimmick. Like it's like all the part of the persona. Like
And I'm okay with a poet that don't make money, especially if they don't want to make money. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
Same.
a poet if they only come to open mics and they share because it helps them to release.
That's
I'm
perfect.
100% on board
That's
with
beautiful.
that. That's the power of words. It's the power of poetry. But I also ain't gonna hate at all at a poet that's working corporate gigs and making money and doing workshops and going to colleges and universities, but also going to like team building sessions at Linksys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And we know these, man. First of all, shout out to Michael Harriet.
shout
Harriet.
out.
Right.
That nigga is doing it on both sides of the coin, right? He's making that money, and he's also putting back into the community these ideas of, I guess, wokeness, if we want to use that word. But it is a great idea of both, right? Nigga, I don't mind if a poet pulls up in a Tesla because he got that shit popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
oh, nigga, you out here on your grind. Just don't judge that man by how he get his shit, because you want to stay so grounded and rooted in community, which is nothing wrong with that, because we still need that. But like you said, Steven, don't pocket watch that nigga, because you don't know what he's doing on the other side of that money. You don't know where he's putting back his time and his effort and his work. And you also don't know what kind of grind he got to get to where he is. Because sacrifices have always been made. Always been made.
And see, the hard thing to say is not everybody is deserving of that path. Like it's just a fact. Like not everybody deserves to be the corporate poet. Just because you write poems doesn't mean that you get to be the face.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they get on button, then it means they should be. And no, maybe you just had
Right.
that one hot poem.
Right.
And like, you got to know who you are. And I think a lot of people don't know who they are poetry wise. Like, they
Right.
do poems,
Yep.
they do slams,
Mm-hmm.
and they do it for the crowd, but they don't know who they are.
Crazy is, not to bring it back to slam, but what's crazy is that that's how you win.
Right.
It's by knowing who you are. Like, who was I talking to? Probably Ephraim. Ephraim Nehemiah is my favorite person to argue with. Like, I argue with this man all the time. And he's, you know, we were having a conversation about like versatility, because Ephraim is one of the most versatile poets in the game. And I'm like, yo, you one of the most versatile, but versatile don't win slams.
Right.
And he was like, I'm like, what you mean? I said, well, name the 3 greatest slam poets you ever seen. Okay, Rudy. Okay, well, Rudy gonna put his hand in that pocket. He gonna put his, do his chin like this, and he gonna talk in the same tone. If you took the words out and only played the sounds, you couldn't tell the poems apart. Okay. Then I was like, who else you got? Black Shocker. Okay. Well, Black Shocker have been doing the slam poet moniker of the, battle poet for we going on 6 years now. Who's your next one? Ed Mabry. Well, Ed Mabry's gonna freestyle in the last round. I mean, like, what do you want? These guys aren't being versatile, bro. They're not doing a bunch of different styles. They're not turning into a bunch of different characters. They're just not. They have a style, they have an approach that they have mastered, and that they go and they bring. Now, their topics may be diverse, right? They may be able to talk about a bunch of different things, but like their styles are one thing. And that's why for me, I was like, what do I do? Well, I told myself, I wrote it in my notebook, I will be the Prince of Persona. I would be the best persona poet you have ever seen in your life. I will turn into a character every single time I am on stage. Every single time. So I give you an ode to the boys who died to make hip hop happen. I give you even my early poems like Ebonics 101. I'm a teacher. Good evening, class. That's not me. Like, that's not me. I said that I would do that. I said that no one on that stage. Can I talk my shit?
Talk your
Yes.
shit.
And I'm gonna talk my shit. In most slams rooms, quite literally, there is no one more educated than me to do this. I have a MFA, a terminal degree in theater, and a terminal degree in poetry from the big one. Not the little one, the big one, right? Jay Ward, I went to Iowa. The Iowa Writers Workshop, the most prestigious writing school in the world, right? So, like, when it comes to this pen and when it comes to this performance, we not finna do that. So my job is like, I gotta blend these two together as much as I possibly can. And when I start thinking about, damn, what Chakra finna do? Damn, what Ayana finna do? Damn, what? That's when you start losing. I go up there and try to be me, like, every single time. Like, I hope it's somewhere in here. But when we did the Legend Slam in Charlotte, I still got my ring around here somewhere. I look at it every once in a while. That meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me because there was a lot of great poets in that slam. Jay Ward was in that slam. Blues was there. People I hadn't seen in years. Javon Johnson was there. What's my boy's name? I could see his face. Breeze was there. Oh, what's my guy?
Breeze was there.
What's my guy that does the Little Revolutionary poem? What's my man? Carlos Robinson.
Yeah, Carlos Robinson was there.
Carlos
Yeah.
Robinson,
Buddy Wakefield was there. Yeah.
Who came to my college years ago. He's one of the first like full-time spoken word poets I ever saw. Right? He came there, like, and I was able to come in. I think I came in third or whatever. Like, that meant a lot to me because I was like, I'm just gonna be me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna be. I can't compete with these legends doing what they do. I'm just gonna only do it by being myself, and like that. But you have to do that, like you said. Like, you have to spend the time self-reflection. But like, you can't do self-reflection when you're trying to go viral.
But
And
yeah,
I want to flex a little bit.
Flex.
yeah.
So that slam was when I was working with Blumenthal, was one of my dream kind of concepts to do. And they fully were like, yeah, let's do it. So the idea was to bring the best of the best, and shout out to like the ill list and other folks out there who've been doing it. But I was able to do it in a way where I know these people have won a slam kind of a thing. And I was able to do it invitational style. So I was able to not just let you show up, but I was able to pay
us.
to
Yeah.
get there and do your thing, where you didn't have to worry about if you won or not. You was gonna lose money. Like, nah, nigga, I didn't have to pay to get here. I got paid to be here. I'm finna rock the fuck out, which is what I was hoping, if we talking about pushing the craft forward, which is what I was hoping a lot of slams could get to, right?
Yeah.
But, we're not there, right? It's just
Why?
money. Well, that's a great question, Steven. I have so many answers. I feel like, one, these poets ain't serious enough about being responsible and professional in that situation. They'll always want more money than they think they're worth, and I think they're worth a lot. But when you get into those situations where a big group is paying you to be there, just come on. Like, if you invite me somewhere and you're gonna pay me and fly me in, nigga, I'm not gonna complain about the price. I'm not gonna complain about the plane ticket. I'm not gonna complain about the hotel. I haven't spent zero money to fucking get here. So I think there's that. And I also think when poets get there, they're like, I'm not bending no knee to whatever corporation this is. Nigga, we didn't ask you to fucking stand on your. It's a whole lot, Steven. It's a whole lot. We could be here all
We
day.
need a whole lot of background on that.
But we could talk about that a little bit more offline, because I know we only got so much time. But yeah, for those who are watching that, the question is, why haven't we gotten more invitational slams sponsored by bigger corporations? Steven's asking why. Y'all niggas figure it out when y'all start talking, but let's go back to what we're talking about.
Because the bigger corporations can, like you did, pay for the poet to get there, pay for the poet to stay there, pay for the poet to compete, and then if the poet wins,
Extra
more
money.
money.
Listen, I've tried to book Tinashe Coates.
Yeah.
Ta-Nehisi, whatever. I know what that nigga's asking price is. It's 150 grand, and that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. 150 grand to speak, and he's worth it. Now imagine if I had 150 grand and I could bring you the best poets from the planet, not just the country, the goddamn planet. You know what I could do at 150 grand? I could bring all these poets in, fly them in, get them here, do an amazing show, put the whole shit up, and I could damn near make the show for fucking free because we still got money left over. Don't get me started on this shit. Steven Willis, you are a goddamn goat, bro. And never back down from any of that shit. Get your money, get your paper, that MFA, that terminal MFA, all that shit, nigga. You are that nigga right now. But anyway, niggas want to just stay. All right, I'm sorry.
You get Blues started.
or Blues,
I asked the right question.
you could just pocket all of that money and like keep it for yourself.
Whoa.
Relax.
25,000 to bring the poets here.
Right.
Hey, Steven, word. So I'm gonna ask you a question that is kind of a flex too, right? So my apologies, but that made me think of it. So I think, but you can correct me. I think you feel like me because of where you cut your teeth and because of the poets that you had to go up on a regular basis. I feel similar because of the poets I have to go up against in Charlotte, right?
Same.
I don't give a damn who's in the slam. Like I'm not looking at the slam and saying, "Oh, I'm scared of this person and I'm scared of this person." I respect everybody on the list. I know that on a good night, depending on what the energy is, like I'm not beating Roddy. I know that. Like on a certain night, I'm not beating Coco Flow. Like I know that. I know on a certain night, I'm not beating Steven Willis. But also, if I look at a list, like, and this was my reasoning going into NPS, and it was my reasoning going into IWPS. If I'm in a tough bout, good. I want to face the best. I want to face the best. I don't want the easy path. If you give me the easy path, then I'm just going to second guess myself when I get there. I want the hard path. I want all the smoke. I want to be up against the best in the world. And that comes from being here in Charlotte and going up against Ed Mabry and going up against Jordan and going up against Blues and going up against Carlos Robeson. Like, that's what Slam was for me. So folks get all up about the bout draw, and I'm just like,
oh my God,
bring it. Bring it.
I ain't never gave two fucks about draw. In fact, I got a lot of opinions about draw, but I won't even go there. That's a whole different ball game. But like I do feel like that where like I don't give a fuck. But that came from again coming up at the New York where you did not know. Like quite literally, like I said, quite literally Jamal St. John, Carlos Andreas Gomez, anybody could just decide, I want to slam today.
Right.
Mo, is it cool? Cool. Like it could be follow birthday, and now she finna. I'm the kind of woman. What am I supposed to do? Like it's my job to just really go in there and just be ready to kill shit. Like absolutely no matter what.
Yeah.
I will say though, what has happened that has made me a tad bit jaded, and I can admit this because I do still slam, is that the anonymity that we got from judges doesn't exist anymore. And that is slowly becoming difficult for me to reconcile. Meaning like enough poets are viral.
Yeah.
Enough poets are known in their particular cities. And the interest in slam poetry is not widening. So that you getting the same people in the same venues and the same judges. Charm City has gone away from even trying to get random judges from the crowd. They pick judges, and you could very well be one of your judges could be somebody who is going to be in finals, right? And the belief is that they're professionals and they're going to approach the slam the way it should be. And if they don't, that's why you take away the low and take away the high anyway. But it's like that part of it is just like I don't know how I feel about that. Like I do feel some type of way sometimes where it's like nigga, Dan Mabry is got a thing in his hand. Like I just talked to him yesterday. Like I'm not necessarily trying to. It doesn't have the same feel that it had where I was trying to impress the most people possible. Like when I started in slam, I was told that there were 3 types of people in the crowd. There were people that know more than you. There were people that know less than you. And there were people that know just the same amount. And your job as a poet is to not say shit that is going to piss any of those people off, right? I cannot say anything that's going to make the people that know more than me go, this nigga don't know what the fuck that he talking about. I can't say anything that's going to make the people who know less than me not feel new and educated, right? That they feel like the same place. And the people that know same amount, I need to hit them going, the whole fucking piece, right? And like, now we're in crowds where it's just like, nigga, that's such and such ex, and that's such and such baby daddy, and that's woo woo, and I beat them in the slam 2 weeks ago, and it's that's where I'm like, I'm like,
I think poets make the worst judges, for a couple reasons. Outside of the professional part of it, where the professional part might be that they have ulterior motives for voting lower or higher for you.
Right.
But like outside of that, the problem with a poet being a judge is that they've heard your poem before.
Right.
Yeah.
yes.
That's a bias already. And it could be in a bad or a good way.
Right.
It might be like, yo, Steven Willis just did Country Cousins. I already know that poem's a 10. I'm going to give it a 10.
Right.
But you're supposed to be judging against the bar of the room. Right. Another judge might go a whole different way and say, Country Cousins, nigga, I heard that poem 30 times. This other poem is fresh and new. I'm gonna give that one a 10. Right. And then if you ask them in a silo, yeah, but craft-wise, which poem was better? I mean, Steven Willis. But you voted the other one a 10.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never heard that one before. That was fresh, right? So I think poets make the worst judges.
No, and I'm thinking about what you said. Like I remember being at Southern Fried. I went to Southern Fried this past year. My team came in second. 2 up, 2 down.
Let's
Shout
go.
out to PA. We were on the Rich Inc. team, which is now technically based out of the DMV because there's too many damn teams in Richmond. But it is what it is. We were there. Now, mind you, I haven't been to a Southern Fried since 2022 when I came in second as an indie. I was in that first batch of folks that did the 2 where they only took 4 indie spots. I still feel some type of way, but I get it. Money is a thing. And I went up there and I had to do my indie poem, Ode to the Boys Who Died to Make Hip Hop Happen. Probably my most famous slam poem in slam. And when I went, and the whole crowd went, I said, I'm finna lose. Like, that's it. I'm cooked. Like, if it's to the point that the entire crowd, from me nearly gasping, is already snapping and cheering, that means that I'm not gonna have the emotional effect that I want to have. Right? Daniel Garwood is mouthing the words in the front row. Right? He's mouthing the words, dog. That is not good. It's a flattering moment, but it's not good. It means that like there's no shock factor. There's no for the first time it's not happening. And lo and behold, those judges, oh my God, Blues. It was a black woman judge in the front row that I swear rolled her eyes at
Oh
me.
my.
Oh wow.
I swear, nigga, I think
Oh,
about it every day. I
no.
have nightmares, dog. Then I see her just like, I was like, bro, what? I'm dying on stage, right? But again, that's what makes me be like, you know what, dude? You got to bring new work.
Yeah.
You do got to be fresh and interesting. And when I did Exit 36 last year, and on final stage, I did 2 new poems. And the reason why I did that, I don't think I've ever said this out loud. It's all fucking Breeze's fault. Breeze so I was in New Zealand at the top of 2024.
That's, all right, nigga.
I was in New Zealand.
Hold on, first of all, pause right there. This nigga was just casually like I was in New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just happened to be New Zealand.
Boomerangs and shit, all kind of. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I was in New Zealand. I was working at the University of Victoria in Wellington. I was there on the gig.
Flex,
you know,
flex two. Keep going.
the season switched. So it was wintertime here. It was summertime there. So I was there from January to March, right? Maybe end of December to March, whatever it was. While I'm there, they like, yo, do you want to do, this is when they were first doing the first Worlds joint. Like, yo, you a legend in the game, you contributed, do the Worlds joint, whatever. We did some slam online when I was in New Zealand and they was in the States. Nonetheless, I somehow I qualified. So as soon as I got back in March, I had to be there for this thing. So I got back in March and literally one of the first things I did was do the slam. And I did a new poem, a poem that I only performed once. It was called The First 70-Degree Day of the Year. It's about how on the first 70-degree day is usually when the first killing happens inside of Chicago. It's a dope ass poem about how like on that first 70-degree day, I know how hot the summer's gonna be by how many black boys die on the first 70-degree day of the year. It's a cold ass poem that I'm eventually gonna turn into into an essay. I go to joint, I perform it, I get like a 27-2. Dove comes behind me, he gets a 27-3, and that was the cutoff, 27-3. He makes it to the next round. I don't. Damn. We go to the hotel afterwards. Blues, he's there, and Blues is like, yo, you know what happened? And I was like, nigga, shit, I did a new poem. He was like, see, that's why you lost. What? Who are you talking? I literally said, well, Breeze, I'm Steven Willis, so I think I'm okay. I never lose. I'm okay. These pockets fat. I'm fresh off New Zealand. What do you mean? I said, you know what? Okay. I am going to go to Exit 36. I am going to win Exit 36. And on final stage, I'm going to do 2 new poems. 2, not 1, like some people do. I'm going to do 2 of them motherfuckers. And I want Breeze to tell me that that's the reason why I didn't win. Went up there, made it to final stage, worked through, did my joint. I have a joint called How to Write a Poem, right? Did How to Write a Poem, got a high score. Now, I usually, if you ever see me slam, I don't watch the slam. I actually stay in the back the entire time, run poems, and I have a performance ritual. It comes from being an actor. I just can't be out there. I stopped what I was doing, went to the front to watch Breeze's poem, made sure he got a lower score than me, said cool, and then walked back for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Like that's how freaking petty that I am, right? Did my thing, and of course I end up coming to second, which kind of hurts my feelings. This story would be so much better. But I did do another new poem in the final round. I came in second. I lost by 4/10 of a point to Breon.
These are the stories I feel like we should do a whole separate podcast just to
Oh,
collect
we should.
stories like these.
Yeah.
Just collect stories like these.
And the podcast could be like, how did I lose? Because I've got a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
still
I've got
wanna
a
know
lot
how
of
I
stories
lost.
about
I know
how
how
I
I
fucking lost.
I know how. There was a woman judge. Again, the woman judges don't be fucking with me. But there was a woman judge. It used to not always be that way. I used to be like a nice, handsome heartthrob. I don't know what happened. But like there was a woman judge. I don't know. There was a woman judge, bruh, that the moment that they named my score and it was that I lost, the woman judge went, yes! Woo! Like that. I was like, what the fuck did I do to you?
Like,
why?
motherfucker, do you see me standing here? Bitch, like, what are you talking about?
I'm in front of you. Why are
I'm in
you
front of
cheering?
Oh my God. Oh my
Like
God.
what? And I get it. Like oftentimes the femmes and the slams, like a Breon, like a Ayana, are oftentimes the only ones to
Yeah,
make it to those last rounds. So I get it. Like there's a visibility factor that comes into it. But like you ain't have to cheer, mamas. Like hurt my feelings. But yeah, Breeze is the reason why now every final stage you see me on, I'm doing a new poem.
I have a selfish question to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off the top of your head, the Mount Rushmore for you, and Mount Rushmore like of talent of poets, and then a kind of Mount Rushmore of under recognized poets. Mount Rushmore of poets like that aren't talked about enough.
My Mount Rushmore.
And I understand that this is off the cuff, so you haven't had time to think about it. And if you had time to think about it, the answers might be slightly different.
Yeah. This is what's hard for me. I'm a student of the game, so I know who should be the top 4. So are you asking that, or are you asking
For you personally.
my personal top 4
For you
favorite?
personally.
My personal top 4 favorite poets. Or
5, if that's easier.
No, it's not. If I do 5, the 5th one's gonna be me. Number, I won't do it in any order, but McPherson, Anthony McPherson is definitely on that list.
Word.
Ephraim Nehemiah, my
Word.
guy, my bro, is definitely on that list for me. This is tough. Folks that I look at and just get inspired by. And I kind of want to keep it slam. I want to keep it slam. Yeah, Anthony Macpherson. Let's go with Ephraim Nehemiah. Obviously, I'm gonna go Patricia Smith because she's Patricia Smith and she is a slam legend. She's a GOAT for me. Changed my life. 4, I already said I was gonna put myself if I was doing 5. And then 5 is gonna shock people. This is very, very, this probably isn't all time, but it's something I've been thinking about a lot now. There's a poet that's Philly based. Their name is Sin. White poet, Philly based. I'm really, really fond of Sin's work. And I'm fond of it, one, because it's different. And I just really fuck with Sin's work ethic. Like Sin wrote a poem every day last year. Like something crazy.
Damn.
Like it was something insane and just really, really quality work. And I've seen Sin has taken some of my classes, and Sin beat me at the Charm City Slam. I lost by 1/10 of a point. I'm still mad. But like beat me at the Charm City Slam to make finals and came in second to Chakra, right? Which is a big deal. So this is a person who's super, super dope and has been killing the slam world. But every poem that I hear from Sin, I'm like, that's hard. Like that's dope. But all-time GOATs, top 4 all-time GOATs, because I just have to do it. Of course, it's Rudy, it's Ed, it's Patricia, and then it's Black Chakra up there for the 4 that I have to see.
Word.
That's solid.
That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
Under-recognized.
Poets that I think are dope don't get enough love.
Yeah.
I've said his name multiple times because he's just been on my mind recently. Jesse Parent won second at iWhips 2 consecutive years in a row.
Yeah.
that's untalked about. Emmy Mahmood had the greatest run of any slam poet of all time. Won iWhips and WOWPs in the same calendar year.
Yeah.
Came back and made iWhips final again. Just severely just not respected or recognized in my opinion. Sorry, my thing was about to die.
Okay.
Who else is someone that I think is just super under recognized? I love poems more than I love poets. That's one of my other issues. Like I try to take the poets off it and kind of just look at the poems. I think blues is really actually under recognized. I don't think enough people recognize blues as one of the
I'll go for that.
the OGs in the game.
I'll go for that.
Appreciate that. Man.
I really do believe that. And then I want to get a femme poet in here. Who's a femme poet that I just think is not respected enough, that I just think kill it?
I'm gonna name a bunch.
Yeah, give me some.
So, Frequency.
Oh, legend.
Icon.
Legend. Yeah.
Alicia Wise for me.
That's all. That's all. Knows it right
Dallas
there.
Shamako.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. I found her Instagram recently. I was like, "Where the fuck you been at?" She was like doing some political shit. It was like somebody else shared it for some TikTok shit that she was talking about. I'm like, what the fuck? That caught me off guard.
Why can't I think of the last name?
McGibbons?
Yeah, Rachel McGibbons.
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel McGibbons.
Yeah.
That's a goat.
So many. There's so many.
That's a goat. Let's go Jennifer Fallou.
Let's go Fallou.
Absolutely. Under super underrated. The person that made the most New Yorican teams in the history of the New Yorican.
Yeah. Fallou
is great. Yeah. That's great.
That's my yeah.
Okay, so we have a trivia show that we started, and it's called
Wait, I have it.
It's called That's Cap.
Okay.
That's Cap. It's kind of a true or false game, right?
Okay.
So if you agree with the statement that I read, then that's true. But if you don't agree with the statement I read, then that is called That's Cap. And you have to say it just like that. You have to say, That's Cap. But I'm going to do it differently this time because I didn't have as much time to prepare.
New shit.
So I'm going to do this like a Hollywood Squares type of style.
Okay.
I'm going to read the question and possible answers. I'm going to turn to Blues or Jamal and let them answer. And then you will reply based on their answer.
Ooh,
whether that's cap or whether that's true. That's facts.
I like this. I like this new
Okay.
All right. Is that clear?
I'm gonna need to see how this works, but I think I understand what you just said.
Okay. All right. The first question I'm going to read is of this list of people, who has not won? I'm asking. First of all, these questions are specifically for you because I know and respect that you are a student of the game.
Okay. Here we go. Woo!
All right.
Okay.
Who has not won 2 or more National Poetry Slam titles?
Okay, just NPS.
Just NPS. I'm going to
We're
read a
not
list.
talking iWhips and we're not talking WOWPs.
Just NPS.
Got
I'm going to read a list of teams. One of them has not won 2 or more championships.
Got it.
Because you probably might know this, I'm going to ask this question to Jamal.
I like it.
And based on Jamal's answer, you will say that's facts or that's cap.
Okay.
Okay. Who has not won 2 or more NPS titles?
Okay.
Slam Charlotte, St. Paul Soapboxing, Slamageddon Baltimore, Slam New Orleans, Chicago Green Mill.
I know this answer.
I'm gonna knock out Slam Charlotte because I know that they have done that.
Good deduction.
I think I'm also gonna knock out Team Snow because if I'm not mistaken, they also have won multiple NPS titles.
That's true.
So my answer is wait. What are the other? Who are St. Paul's is one. What's the other one?
St. Paul Soapboxing.
So hard for me to keep quiet.
Baltimore, Chicago Green Mill.
Oh, I'm gonna go Slamageddon has not won more than 2.
Okay.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true. Slamageddon only won in 2016, the year they should not have won.
Damn.
because the best team in the country. Oh, they know how I feel about this. The best team in the country was the Brooklyn Slam team that had myself, Jennifer Falou,
Talk your shit.
Tony
Talk your
McPherson,
shit.
uh, Paul Tran, and Crystal Valentine, and we lost in one of the most packed out um, tiebreaker semifinals against House Slam when I should have went up instead of my sister Paul Tran, but I'm letting it go. Like, and it's a lot of trauma for us too. I saw Paul Tran at Iowa a few years ago, and Paul Tran to this day cried in my arms because we lost that slam, because we lost that tiebreaker to House Slam. So they only won in 2016.
I remember that year. I think we were in the room across the hall from y'all during that slam.
It was crazy. I've never seen it wall to wall like that inside of.
That was crazy. Okay. Yes, you are correct. All right. So let's go to the next one. This one is also going to be to Jamal because I think Blues might know this one.
I like this
Okay.
because I don't know shit.
Of the team of the individuals I'm about to name,
Oh,
who
yeah.
has not won an individual world poetry slam?
Oh, it's easy.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Whips. Buddy Wakefield, Ed Mabry, Zero Skidmore, Rashid Copeland, Chris August, Amy Everhart.
Man, fuck, I don't know. Okay. If
I got
had to
this.
guess, if I had to guess, well, I know Ed has won because, yeah, I know Ed. Give me the other 5 names.
Buddy Wakefield,
Buddy's won.
Zero Skidmore, Rashid Copeland,
It's easy.
Chris August, Amy Everhart.
I'm gonna go Zero. Is that his name?
Cap. That's Cap.
Okay, I don't
The
know.
answer is Rashid Copeland. Rashid Copeland came in second in 2015 in DC, hometown.
Yeah. I knew as soon as you said, first of all, when I was devising this question, I knew you would get it right because we were both there that year.
That's right.
And
I don't be paying attention to poetry slams like that.
no, and you actually brought up Amy Mahmood earlier, so I knew. I was like, all right, he's gonna get this one.
Yeah. No. Come on. You gonna have to give me harder questions than this.
All right.
You gotta give me harder questions than this. It was easy.
This may or may not be harder, but it is different.
Okay.
It is about your button poetry pressmates.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So I'm gonna read a list of individuals who are published,
Oh Lord.
but only one of them is published through button poetry.
Got
We
it.
already discussed this offline.
We did not discuss this offline.
Okay.
Are you taking
This is
offense to the
award.
question?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Shooting from the hip, nigga.
Well, first of all, Steven and I are both pressmates. So
Yes, we are.
This is where this question is coming from.
Can't relate.
Steven and I are both press.
Right, can't relate.
And you got the
No.
like. And I almost
Yes,
put my
Jordan,
sweater too.
You know what I give that?
Okay, so this question is for Blues.
Okay. All right.
And then you can decide whether that's cap or not cap based on Blues' answer. Only one of these are a button author. Clint Smith, Kristen O'Keefe Aptowitz, Franny Choi, Hugh Minwin, Meg Ford, Megan Fowley.
Wow. Those are all
this is-
very talented writers. Say their names one more time.
Clint Smith, Kristen O'Keefe Aptowitz, Franny Choi, Hugh Minwin, Meg Ford, Megan Fowley.
Meg Ford.
Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna say that's true.
Damn, that is true. You got it all the way.
Stop playing with me.
Shout out to Meg Ford, whose book Wild Hurt came out this year in 2025.
Yep, it did. It did.
Nice.
All right. I guess before we get into our last one, I just have one last question for you, Steven. In a fist fight, who's gonna win? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Oh God.
Oh, please don't do this.
I'm
Well,
doing it. Because if folks don't know, Steven Willis, aka Steve-O, aka JS Bach,
Bach.
aka that geometry nigga is a is a
Heath Legend. Sorry.
Heath Legend is a very, very, very devoted Drake fan.
I am.
But in a fist fight. And I've seen.
Is this fair though? Kendrick Lamar is like 5'3".
That's what I'm
5'4".
saying. He trying to
Drake
jump
is
up.
like 6 feet tall.
So
Like-
what?
I mean,
First of all, let's let my man answer the question.
sorry.
First of all.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
my
going.
bad.
I'm going with the taller guy with the longer wingspan. That's just good boxing and fighting math. So I'm gonna go with the 6'2" Drake with this one. Personally.
Okay.
But one nigga has a song called Squabble Up.
I was about to say, okay, but here's the thing though. I have personally
In black
seen,
Air Force Ones.
I have personally seen a small statured individual like completely wreck a big guy. I've seen it. My cousin is a little bit crazy, but I've seen him take a guy that was like 6'3", 6'4", 240 down.
Nigga,
But
you
the
come
question-
from a family of fucking killers, though, bro.
I was about to say, like,
You don't know the stories about Jamal and his
You come
family.
from a bloodline of
but
killers.
they are knife toting,
That's
like
fair. Okay, that's fair.
certified killers. But
That's fair.
the question is not about your cousin, and that's all I mean. The question is about Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
killer.
So let's go our panel. Who do you think would win?
Oh, I only did that because I knew I could press
But
Steven's
answer the
buttons.
question. Answer the question.
You know what? I'm going with the kid from Compton. You know,
Fair
but
enough.
I say that it's going to be it's going to be a very close fight because I saw a picture of Kendrick's legs. That picture. I said, where's this nigga's legs? Where's this nigga's legs at, bro? I thought it was Photoshop, nigga. Nah, they said, nah, that's that nigga's real ass legs. I'm like, oh shit, Kendrick got 2 picks, bro. So I'm going with Squabble Up, but it's gonna be a very, very. He gonna have to fight for his fucking life to beat Drake, bro, for sure.
Okay,
All right.
Jamal.
All right. So I have this. Oh man. I mean, I'm going with Kendrick for a slightly different reason. One, short dudes have this want to.
The
That-
Napoleon complex.
It's not even that. It's like it's something different. One, two. Sorry, Jay Ward. Like
Wait a minute. What is
He light skin. It's finna make a light skin.
Oh,
light
light
skin.
skin joke. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
like
Okay.
okay, here's the thing, man. Light skinned cats. I can't see it.
I feel it. But hasn't the NBA debunked this by now? Like,
I mean,
hasn't the Steph Currys, the Klay Thompsons, haven't we decided to let this go yet?
okay.
All these-
Every time we let it go, Steven, these niggas come back and do some light skinned shit.
Like
Every time we let it slide, y'all niggas come right back and do some shit. We like, come on, bro.
Oh my god.
like the
here-
best shooter of all time is transparent, color wise.
but
Like, come on, can we just?
okay,
Let
but
that go.
okay, with Drake specifically, Drake strikes me as I can't get past this lyric. I think when you stand next to Sexy Red, you see two bad
Two
bitches.
bad bitches. Yeah.
Like Drake just strikes me as the dude that he ain't really trying to fight. Like he can't. He don't know how. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Because we have one Drake and we have 2 Kendrick. I'm gonna vote, and then we're gonna break the tie, which is giving up my vote. We're gonna break the vote with Jordan Bailey, who's like sitting.
Oh,
here.
we're not gonna break the vote with Jordan Bailey.
Oh, yes,
Jordan, we already know
Yes, we
what
are.
Jordan Bailey.
Yes, we are.
Hold on.
No, you talking shit.
Hold on.
We are not. Jordan Bailey.
Hold on.
Very clear where.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hold on, but I'm gonna give my comments some preface first. All right, one. There's a sizable sizable height and weight difference between.
This is what I've been
fighters.
saying.
It's
Yeah, that's
sizable.
true.
Sizable. Now, what we're gonna look at is your comment that Kendrick is from Compton. Kempton has the dog in him. So Kempton ain't
Who the fuck is Kempton?
Hey,
Once
I know
again, whiskey and light skin strike again, cuz.
Kempton, brother.
All
that,
right.
that shit kicking in.
Right. So I give this to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kendrick is not going to give up. He's going to he's going to scrap. He's going to do everything he knows how to do.
Squabble. Let's go.
He's going to squabble up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, take all of that into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, I've never seen any kind of fight videos from Kendrick. I have seen boxing videos from Drake, which are, from a boxing standpoint, not great, but it does prove that he is actually like training himself in some way to defend himself.
He can handle himself. Yeah.
I don't see a 5'2" nigga beating a 6'2" nigga with hands. So like if I'm Drake and
Right.
a smaller guy is coming at me,
You can't fight them with Not Like Us. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's cause like you can't see Not Like Us in the background and get some punches in. You gonna have to actually swing.
yeah, I can see a person like Drake who is more from a suburban area, who is gang affiliated through the association of rap music. I could see him doing more damage to Kendrick than I could see Kendrick doing damage to Drake, off the principle of size and weight balance, and the fact that Drake probably knows how to handle himself at least a little bit. So that being the case, I don't see Kendrick beating that mountain. So
Drake posts like thirst
we're not
trap
talking
pics.
about we're not talking about post.
Let that ride. Nah.
You gonna let that ride?
Yeah, nah. I'm just saying you ain't gotta mention that, Jamal. It's
Okay.
cool. Like let that.
Jordan Bailey's
let,
gonna
bro,
come.
the post mean nothing.
The hoodest niggas in the world post those thirst traps.
Yeah, 50 Cent is out there all the time. Anyway,
Right.
so
But I put 50 Cent in the same. Okay, never
Ho,
mind.
ho. You
Wait,
put
relax.
50 Cent in what category?
Just because this
In
nigga
the-
got shot 9 times does not make a
I move a vote of no confidence in Jamal.
Well, I'm just saying. All I'm saying
Because I wouldn't
is
take neither of those niggas against 50.
yeah, I feel like 50 would fuck some shit up. And 50 got grown man, old
man.
Grand Smith. Because he's up there
I
now.
mean that's fair.
He's up there now.
This nigga got a Balrog haircut and don't care.
Hey yo.
Okay. All right.
All right, what you say?
Jordan, what do you say? And you defend your answer.
I'm going to say Kendrick
Off of what?
strictly because you didn't even hear me yet.
Off of what? I want to hear that.
Only because I think Drake ain't never been punched in the face. So I think if you hit Drake, he's gonna not want to fight quicker than Kendrick.
That nigga's gonna fold like
wanna-
a poutine sandwich,
wanna-
bro.
Everybody got a
I want to make sure the folks on the camera hear what Jordan said off of the camera. He said that he doesn't think Drake has ever been punched in the mouth, and that once he got hit the first time, he would fold. Here's the thing, bro. I don't know anything about Drake's personal life. I do know he's gang affiliated because you have to be in the rap business.
Do you?
Yes.
You gotta be gang affiliated to be in the rap business.
Affiliated.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in the game.
Not in the gang.
So
You got to pay taxes and shit.
I mean, he
for
definitely got
cities.
them mob ties. He definitely got them Houston mob ties. Those are real.
okay.
I
Okay.
don't think personally. I don't think he's never been punched in the face. I think he's been beat down a couple of times.
You can't be a light-skinned Jewish dude and never got punched in the face. Half your life might have been getting punched in the face.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I feel like
This is a hilarious debate.
I feel like Drake is as much hood affiliated as Stanley was in Friday. Like
okay, but hold on.
Okay, fair enough. But still. But still.
Calls y'all niggers with the hard R though.
Hold on.
Come on, man. Let's be real.
I just assume.
What
and
does that
I'm-
do with fighting?
Right. I'm only 5'9", right? I'm only 5'9", but I
but
just
you're
assume.
deceptively
Deceptively tall.
Look at us coming full circle.
I would just assume.
Hey, Blues, when he said 5'9", I was like, really? Like,
really? I wouldn't have because you're just so tall.
You got I did tell
shit.
one of my managers that she has tall energy, and she's like 5'2", so she really does.
Okay, what were you saying, Jay?
Girl, I was gonna say that I would assume that if I was 6'2", if somebody was out swinging me and I was afraid to fight, I would just rush them and grab them and throw them. Like that would just be my initial thing, right?
The
And
trouble with that is low center of gravity.
Right.
It's why fucking Detroit Lions running back Barry
Sanders.
He was fucking incredible. He's short. He's hard to hit, and if you can't get lower than him, because he's already down there, you let a little nigga get down there, you try to grab him, and he is strong, nigga, you're gonna get folded up one way or another.
what if they had skinny legs?
All right, well then there you go. There you go. I can
Right.
see my
Because Barry
argument.
Sanders had
I
tree
can see
trunks.
my argument. If we're talking about fighting, if we're talking about grabbing a Kendrick with little legs, nigga, then Drake.
Oh God.
Just upper body.
This
I will say this though. Like, I will be so happy when the day comes that I stop getting Drake and Kendrick questions. Like, I really do. I really did something to my life, like being so openly about in love with like Drake and his music and his whatever. And honestly, bro, I'm gonna say this. Do not think a Kendrick compliment is coming after this. That will never fucking happen again. Do not think that. But like, honestly, I'm gonna say this. Like, so much of like how hard I rode for Drake. I am a huge Drake fan, and that is the artist of my life, right? I just really found what Kendrick did corny. Like, I really found it some hating sucker shit, and I just really did not fuck with how hip hop rolled with that. Like, it was memes. Like, we should all hate this much. Yeah, like hating used to not be cool in rap. Like, that used to not be cool. Like
is that true?
And then it was like, and then I also didn't like when people said stuff like yeah, but you know Drake be fucking everybody's girls. I'm like, every rap song I hear, these niggas say they gonna fuck my girl. Like
Biggie has a famous song about fucking a New York Knicks girl and robbing him.
including Kendrick, that somebody talking about taking my bitch, and now everybody wants to call Drake being morally corrupt for things that rap has been pushing forward and doing the whole time. It just seemed, I just watched the entire game I love in front of me turn really police really quickly. Like, and that was odd to me. Like, that was really, really odd. I'm like, this shit is getting real police. Niggas is finding old videos. Niggas is trying to match up dates and times. Niggas is trying to find. Like, I'm just like, this is turning real FBI, CIA really quickly. And it stopped being about rap. Like, at no point did I ever think that Drake was going to win a rap battle against Kendrick. Like, hip hop wouldn't be able to survive if that happened. What I thought would happen was that Drake would come in, hold his own enough that rap fans would be like, this nigga can't rap. We could leave him alone a little bit from doing all this pop shit. But that's not what happened. He came in here, he took angles that I really didn't expect him to take. He was really focused on whatever beef he was having with his label. Like, and if you look at a lot of what he even says in a rap, it's all money centered. It's all money centered and fan centered, and the stuff he says on Taylor Made, the stuff he says, it's just obvious that his brain was more on that contract negotiation than it was what was really happening with Kendrick. Plus, he had split things going on. He arguing with this rapper and that thing over here, which is why I'm still mad at J. Cole. Because J. Cole could have came in and evened it out and gave Kendrick 2 places to shoot at instead of this nigga writing 5 raps a day, destroying Drake while Drake, arguing, trying to make bars for Rick Ross and ASAP Rocky. And I wasn't loving it. And honestly, I still look at hip hop like, I don't know, bro. Because I don't know. Because it's a lot of stuff that people were trying to come at Drake for that they let ride in other places. Right? There was a particular standard being held for what Drake said and what Drake did that, like, is not being held for these new rappers. It's not being held for this whatever. And I'm just like, if we really do want the party to die, it can't be just by getting rid of 6. The party got to really die. and I just didn't see that. So like I don't know. I'm in a complicated relationship with hip hop right now because I just felt like I saw some sucker shit 2 summers ago.
It's not necessarily complicated. You have to just remember from day one, hip hop at a certain point became a hypocrisy, and everybody loved it, and everybody loved the double standard, and that's how it's been able to function.
And
That's
that
how it's
point
been able to
was
function.
1988.
Yeah.
That's it though. That nigga Kendrick was rapping, wasn't he, y'all?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, they was both rapping ass. It was, you know what it was good for? If you came from the era of diss records, and that it was good
Yeah.
for us in that sense, because we evaluated the bars. We didn't even necessarily evaluate the situation that the bars came from. We were just looking at who had the hottest metaphor, who had the dopest bar in the line, and that's where we left it. Well, like you said, the older heads probably didn't do the investigation of, does Drake really have another child? And like, we didn't give a shit about that. Did he out rap the other nigga or
Right.
not? Right.
But that's what is a thing, and I know we got to finish up, so I'll say that where like, I was saying to somebody where I was like, what made this really weird was that it was the two biggest rappers in the world having a rap battle, which meant that very quickly it wasn't about rap, right? And like, and one of the things, Drake did the court case, and then of course the court case got dismissed. And somebody asked me my opinion about it, and I said, well, I feel like the judge said that no reasonable person would have thought that the things that were said were true, considering the context of a rap battle. And I was like, but that's true if you're within hip hop culture. But this was so big because it was the two biggest rappers in the world that the majority of the people listening to these songs were not a part of hip hop culture. So to apply a hip hop cultural standard of understanding of what happens to rap battles to such and such in Montana, it's not true. There is a legitimacy of something that could happen that someone could hear this shit and be like, damn, this is the biggest rap song in the world and it got 4 Grammys. Could this shit be true? Like we live in a world of misinformation, right? Like where so many people are quicker to believe a Charlie Kirk than they are a book. Right. So I just was like, that's not contemporarily true. Now it is what it is. It's not hearing me saying that, Drake should have won a defamation suit. That's not me saying. But it is me saying that like that standard that you have, Blues, is like true for hip hop. But that's a small faction of who participated in this battle.
Right.
That's a small faction of those billions of streams that song got. It was like a lot of niggas, and we was outside, like we was having rap shit and like black shit outside that like other people got a part of, and it's just that's what made it weird. It was the louder voices that got a part of it. Like if I get sent one more TikTok video about the history of Drake and Millie Bobby Brown, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, I don't know why he texted her. I don't know. Like I don't know. I only know what they say. But it, like I said, it just got real police. And that isn't to say that black hip hop fans were doing it. It was the people that were outside of the culture who were making a name from it. It just was weird.
Yeah.
Weird, dog.
But so is suing for a song you don't like.
Hey, man,
Let's
listen.
not.
So I think Drake has some people advising him that he shouldn't have been listening to.
And I think that goes back to what Steven was saying. There was people participating in this
That
beef
wasn't a part-
that shouldn't
yeah.
have been a part.
Wasn't a part of this.
Right.
Like
That told him wrong. That someone should have been like, nah, dog, don't.
Even his strategy.
the strategy was wrong.
The strategy was wrong.
Right.
And the battle was actually good. Like bar for bar, the battle was actually good until the Heart Part 6, which also the Heart Part 6 is also strategy, which was bad. Like there was just some bad strategy around that. Other than that, it was
And we don't get Not Like Us without the tailor-made freestyle, which is why I hate that it was so, that it ended up getting taken down. But the tailor-made freestyle is the reason why we get Not Like Us. It's what he considers what Kendrick has considered the, ruining of the legacy of Tupac and the playing with it. Like we don't get that anthem
Yeah.
of West Coast and a declaration of they not like us without that, right? And it's forever reason forgotten about. Right? Like I'm like, that's the one. That's the moment where this shit was up. Like the moment that he did that. But I mean, it's again, like you said, and I said it earlier, the strategy was wrong. I mean, he didn't talk nothing about how he put Kendrick on, didn't talk nothing about the tours, didn't attack. Like it's there's so many things that would have resonated with Black culture
All right.
that
You know what it
Drake.
reminded me of?
What?
That scene in Straight Outta Compton when they played Ice Cube's joint. God damn.
No Vaseline.
And they was all in there, and then the one guy was like, "It's anti-Semitic." He just like, "I'm gonna sue,"
Oh, yeah.
and everybody was like, "Nah, this is some street shit." I felt like Drake had whoever was in the room with him was like, "We need to sue," and someone should have been like, "Nah, this is some street shit, nigga. Do some street shit." But anyway, we could do this all day long. I
All day.
asked the question because I knew you were a Drake fan, and I just wanted to push Steven Willis's buttons.
Yeah. Too much Drake time. Yeah, enough Drake time.
All right. So last couple of things before we get out of here, Steven. First thing
Talk to me.
is tell the people where they can find you, follow you, get your work, all that.
Yeah,
good
man.
stuff.
StevenWillisPoetry.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Steven Willis Poetry. That's the only one I rock with. If you try to find me on Facebook, you won't. And if you do find me, I'm not gonna add you. I'm just not. That's becoming a tad bit of more personal space. So StevenWillisPoetry.com, Steven Willis Poetry on Instagram. That's where you can get the things.
Cool beans.
Fuck with me.
Second question is, are you ready to freestyle?
Is that what y'all do on this joint?
Yes.
All right, I'm ready. I was born ready.
I like it. All right.
I was
Jay
born
Ward,
ready.
do you want to give him the rundown?
So the rundown is, Steven, that Blues is gonna go first. Blues is like freestyle extraordinaire. So we don't want to we don't want that to be the lead into you. We want to give you a softball pitch. I will go next. That'll be like an alley oop to you. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be an alley oop. And then after you, our best freestyle rapper is Jamal. So he'll go after you, so you don't have to worry about that. So it'll be no pressure at all when it comes to
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right,
Great.
what
I'm ready.
beat we got, Jamal?
We got some shit that I made.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So here we go.
Okay, Mom.
All right.
Some deep saxophones in that beach.
Just wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Ones and twos, it's your homeboy Blues shit. I'm all cheap, beat that shit hit. I'm guaranteed I'm too legit to quit. On my hammer shit, nail it down. I'm guaranteed roll with a pound. I'm not a drug dealer now, just a grandpa. I'm guaranteed rap on some shit with no flaws. Shout to YJB, that's young Jordan Bailey. I'm guaranteed y'all hit the shit like I'm Haley. A comment, I'm guaranteed I won't stop it. I'm guaranteed I keep on flipping on another topic, but I keep it pushing. I keep that thing moving. Jay Ward, guaranteed take this microphone and move it.
Yo,
Yeah.
first of all, Jay Ward is back. Upside down is murder on the track. Everything you see out here is black. Blood out your nose, that's really a fact. Demogorgon's head snap and blood crack. The blood starts bleeding down the Thames. Who am I? I am him. I ain't talking about Marlon weigh-ins. I'm a heavyweight. I ain't even gotta weigh in. See through my eyes, danger will. What stranger still? These things that is happening is me trying to kill. I grab a knife and slice out your.
All right. Nigga.
He was going crazy.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
we usually stop him before
Well,
that,
you
but
said, he was,
today
he was kind of in the pocket. Then
Yeah,
he got out of
he was
pocket.
going
I've been watching Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Clearly.
Yeah.
Demogorgon.
Yeah, he was in
I like it.
pocket. Then the nigga got out of pocket. That's when we got to reel his ass back in. Yeah. All right, Steve.
Let's see. All right, let's see if JS
Johann
Bach,
Sebastian
Reno.
Bach, nigga, Heath Legend. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's see if I still got it. Yeah. Okay. Look. Appreciate the time on the podcast. Talk about the past. Talk about how poets make that cash, but talk about how they never reach in the stash, how they never do what they supposed to, how they supposed to see, how they afraid to reach their peak. See me, I remember when I was sitting on the street, trying to wait for it to end, that's the peak. After the weekend, trying to get in, I remember the hair on my chin wasn't there by the pencil or the pen, I would win. Devil 10. Anybody can come in when they ready. Eminem, Mom Spaghetti. The air comes confetti.
Come on.
Okay, I think I found a pocket. I think I got it. Higher than a rocket. Don't think that you can stop it.
Come on.
It's really easy. I don't like girls who but I do like them to please. Everybody see me. It's Stevie. S-T-V-E-V. At the end, I'm ready to just do it. Whenever you ready to just do it. Pull it up. There's really nothing to it. Come spit, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go, Steven Reno. JS Bot.
I'ma say some shit. I'ma say some shit.
Go ahead.
Steve Willis, you might have been the best we had since we done that shit. Yeah.
Bet. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
To that.
It's most people.
And in the end, we end in 2025 with that. My birthday 1 week away. I love that.
Oh shit. Okay,
That's
let's go.
what's
Birthday
up.
freestyle. Let's
Christmas
do
baby, man. Christmas baby.
It.
I like it.
Yo, we appreciate you being on here. One of the GOATs. We appreciate everything you've done for the community, for the craft, and what you do for yourself. Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all.
What up?
Mm-hmm.
It's your boy on the ones and twos.
Yeah. Close it out, Maul Cheek.
Psych. Shout out, man. Shout out to all our listeners across the world. We appreciate y'all, man. I can't follow that, man. Come on,
is looking
bro.
at you like rap, nigga, rap.
I know,
Yeah.
man. This is the thing, though. I don't rap.
He
That's
really
the-
don't.
That's
he
the
really
thing.
Don't. You don't
I
do
just
that.
shout out the audience, man. Shout out to everybody in the U.S.
Yeah.
Shout out to Puerto Rico.
Oh.
Shout out to Germany.
Yeah.
Shout out to Canada.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Brazil,
All right.
Ireland,
Yeah.
Come on.
the UK,
Come on.
Malaysia,
Come on.
Russia,
Yeah.
Sweden,
Sweden.
Senegal,
Senegal.
the Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic.
Shout out to Spain,
Hola.
Mexico,
I'm just
Hola.
gonna keep saying Senegal. Go ahead.
Pennsylvania,
Senegal.
Sylvania. We still got Sylvania.
France.
We still
Senegal.
okay.
Senegal.
Senegal was,
Because
was occupied by France.
Okay, that works.
Shout out to, we still got our Ukraine listener.
Okay, Ukraine, y'all still
Turn
fighting the
it- turn it
motherfuckers.
down.
Keep fighting Ukraine. Keep fighting these hoes.
Shout out to Romania.
All right.
Senegal.
Shout out to Hungary
Senegal.
or
Senegal.
Hungary. I don't
said
know.
it
Shout
right.
out to Iran.
Senegal.
Oh shit, Iran is still on us. Still
Yeah.
fucking with us? Okay.
Latvia,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia,
Okay.
Argentina,
Okay, those are new.
Senegal.
Pakistan,
Pakistan is new as fuck.
New Zealand,
Okay.
Yeah.
Belgium,
Senegal. Senegal.
Switzerland.
Bro, these are new
Senegal.
countries, bro.
I know. Ghana,
Senegal.
Let's go.
Senegal.
India.
Ghana. Ghana.
Oh, Japan in the house.
Japan and India?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The Netherlands.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to everybody, man.
Y'all
I want to
worldwide.
do this real quick while we shout out, man. Thank you for everybody who listened in. You made
sure.
us a 2025 Rising Star.
Yeah,
you
for
made us
sure.
a 2025 binge show. You made us a 2025 marathon show for everybody clocked in, tuned in, subscribed. Y'all helped us raise these numbers. 2026 is about to be amazing as fuck. To close it off with a YGOAT, a young goat in the making, man. Steven Willis, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, bro. This was great. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. And in the words of Bobani Jones, man, watch us, rate us, review us, give us 5 stars. Because if you give us 4 stars, we're inclined to believe that you are haters.
Hey, Nash.
And we out.
Pull it up, pull it up.